The next question went to Nathan.
Mr. Carter, tell us, how did the two of you support each other through the worst of it?
Nathan's smile arrived a beat late. Lillian answered for him.
There isn't much to say. The hard years are between him and me.
Her voice was easy. Her eyes did not return to where I was sitting. The room laughed politely. Nathan covered with a hand in the back of her chair. The PR woman moved them onto the quarterly numbers. I did not hear the numbers. In the back of my head, I was 18 months into the deal. It was March. Lillian was 21. She had been blind for 16 months, and the doctors had run out of things to try. That week, she had been picking fights with a developer. He had tried to pry her out of a Bushwick warehouse her mother had left her. She told him on speakerphone, with me 2 feet away washing her dinner dishes. She told him he could take his offer and find a particular place to put it. The man had not been amused. 2 of his people came for her on a Wednesday night. I had walked Lillian home from her physical therapist's office. They were waiting at the gate of the little house on Bergen. They had not been there for me. They were there to remind her she was a blind girl living alone, and to make a few points about the warehouse. I stepped between her and them. The 3 blocks home, after I peeled myself off the sidewalk, are not a memory I have in pictures. They are a memory of her hand on my elbow, holding too tight. They are a memory of her voice, keeping up a thin, worried tally. Are you bleeding? Are you upright? Are you bleeding? She stopped us at the corner of Bergen and Smith and said, very flatly, that we were going to the hospital. Her hand had moved up to my collar, and it came away wet. I said no. We were going home.
I can smell it.
And then she said the thing.
Nathan, when my eyes come back, I'm going to give you the largest wedding this city has ever seen.
She said it with her hand at my throat, soaked. And I did not correct her. Derek shifted in his seat beside me. The press conference had moved on to the next quarter's earnings forecast. I dragged myself back to the room.
You okay, kid?
Yeah.
You look gray.
It's the AC. He passed me his water and stood up.
Listen, they're announcing the foundation donor list at the end. I left the second memory card on my desk. Run up.
I ran up. The newsroom on 12 was quiet. The card was under a coffee mug. I took it and rode the elevator back down. The car stopped at 6. The doors opened onto Nathan and Lillian. They were mid-sentence. Nathan had her by the elbow, telling her something about a director and a Tuesday dinner. He had on the smile he used in interviews. She had on the expression of a woman waiting for a sentence to finish. The smile died when he saw me. Lillian did not look up. Excuse me. I turned for the stairs.
Stop.
Her voice. I stopped.
You called the elevator. Get in.
I turned around. She was already looking at me. Up close, I could see that her right eye had a small thread of brown in the iris. I had spent 20 months in a small house thinking I could not see it. I had been wrong about that, like I had been wrong about a number of other things. Thank you, Ms. Morgan.
You're a reporter in the conference today?
Yes?
I didn't hear your question.
I haven't earned the right to ask one yet. I'm new on the desk. She let it hang. Nathan, who could not stand a silence longer than 3 seconds, filled it.
Lil, we're late for the Lane dinner.
In a minute.
She stepped aside. I got in the elevator. She got in. Nathan got in. The doors closed. We rode down to the lobby in silence. The reflection in the elevator's brushed steel was not flattering to anybody. Nathan was watching me in the metal. Lillian was watching the floor indicator. At the lobby, Nathan steered her out across the marble toward the Cadillac at the curb. She glanced back exactly once at the elevator's polished interior. What I saw on her face, I did not have a name for. Recognition is the wrong word. She did not recognize me because she had never seen me. It was the look of a woman noticing something she had not noticed before. The car pulled away. I gave Derek the memory card.
Good kid. Stick with me. You'll go places. Dinner tonight is with the Morgan party at the Lotus Club. You're coming.
Derek,
Tyler, networking is the job. You are now networking.
The private room at the Lotus was large enough that the junior staff sat at a satellite table along the south wall. Lillian's table was at the center. Nathan was at her right hand. By dessert, I needed air. I made it to the men's room and lost the red wine and the soup. I stood with my hands on the cold porcelain for a long time. The corridor outside was dim and carpeted in green. A woman was standing at the window at the far end, her back to me. I knew the line of the shoulders. I tried to turn before she heard me, but she was already turning.
Tyler? Evans.
She said both names. I stopped 4 feet from her. The corridor was empty. Ms. Morgan. I could not get more than the 2 words out.
How do you know my name?
She studied me. I watched her decide what to say.
Your senior introduced you to the room when we came in. He's loud.
I felt the heat climb my face. I'm sorry about Derek. He means well.
Do I strike you as a woman who sweats the small stuff, Mr. Evans?
No, ma'am. She reached into the inside pocket of her jacket and took out a card. It was the kind of card you don't carry in a wallet. Thick, slightly cool to the touch, the company crest debossed and unfilled. Below the crest, in a small, clean font, was a name and a phone number. The name was hers. The number was a personal cell. 10 digits, no extension. She set the card on the windowsill between us.
There's an opening at Morgan Tower. The Morgan Hall Foundation is hiring a press officer. If you'd like to come in for a conversation, that number is mine.
I picked up the card. The edges were sharp. I turned it over. The back was blank. Why? She looked at me a long second. The corridor light was warm and yellow. Behind her, through the window, somebody had started turning on the street lights along East 66th. Her face in the low light was not the face I had been afraid to see. It was a face I had spent 3 years memorizing the topology of. But in the dark, where touch is the only map.
Maybe because I find you easy on the eyes.
She left me in the corridor with the card.
Keep listening. The next chapter is free on Storia.